So I was watching the Rings of Power episode 2 again, and one of the things I noticed, which actually caught my eye, was the dwarven runes that actually show up during the show. While Elrond and Prince Durin are actually busy with Zarag, you see runes actually show up, and one of these runes is actually on the hammer itself. Now, if you translated these runes, it actually perfectly spells out iron in our hands, which I actually thought was kind of neat, considering it's the dwarves. And you do notice Elrond actually look at it for a moment before he continues, and maybe it reminds him of something, because then he all of a sudden decides to quit. Maybe it's best not to embarrass Durin in front of the other dwarves. But the other ruins that actually is a bit difficult to notice is the dwarven ruins that show up on Prince Durin's. I think it's called a gorget, but you do see it show up, and even though it's covered by the beard most of the time, you can make out what it says. So on the left hand side, if it gets into picture, on the left hand side, it actually spells out Durin, and on the right side, it spells out Deathless. Even though one of the symbols is covered by his glorious beard, you can make out it spells Deathless. So this is basically just a reference to Durin the First, who was named Durin the Deathless because of how long he lived, and he actually got the name from his people. And this is a small detail that I don't think many people noticed, but it's a nice touch, nice touch to the story. Now, unfortunately, there are other runes that show up, but they're very difficult to translate. They're not as easily translated like the other two runes on the hammer and on Durin's Gorget. I think it translates to a dwarven language, unlike the other two runes I told you about. But if you can translate this and just tell me what it means, maybe there's a reference in one of the books to what it actually says. I would really like to know. But if you enjoyed watching it, then I'm glad, and I hope you have a good one.